Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all of the praises and the glory to the Most High and His Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Waharakah Kodash. And double honors to that apostles of the great millstone that have taught me what I know, and including the bishops on down as well. And Yahweh Bashmal Shai Brakatham to the 144,000 to the sincere believers, and to those that sincerely follow, whom is the 1/3. Okay, and it's your brother Laban. And I just want to revisit this topic once again. We did address this at the camp, and I just want to revisit it again and make some other points as well. And we'll see where the Spirit takes us. And, you know, by the way, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to make this video too lengthy. So I'll come back to this and do a part 2, just for the sake of time. So anyway, this reads, Republicans voting for bill that could make Bible illegal. Outrageous mega. Conservatives voice outrage at the congressional Republican voting for the Anti-Semitism Awareness Act over concerns it would make the Bible illegal. Congress on Wednesday passed a bill which would require the Department of Education to use the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance working definition of anti-Semitism when enforcing anti-discrimination laws. And it comes as college across the U.S. have seen pro-Palestinian protests that critics say at times have allegedly veered into anti-Semitism. And since October the 7th, right, what I'm going to say is this. Everything was already been pre-planned to happen. They knew what the outcome was going to be, what the emotions of the people were going to be. And then what they did was they established these different protesting groups. And so that people got behind these groups. And, you know, as always, these groups, it always begins with a very few that are going to be heading these groups. And what you find out is that these groups have been bought and paid for, you know, to get people behind them, because people are going to share this sentiment that needs to be shared so that they can get behind this group. And then while they got the people behind them, they can cause melee here and there. And this is the reason why they have this bill that they want to pass. Because before Esau does anything, he has to cause confusion just so they can pass bills like these. And bills like these are going to set the stage for people to not speak at all. All right. It's going to set things up to where people cannot voice their opinion on anything. So if you can ban the Bible, right, then you already know where this is going. This is going to a place where the whole idea of you being able to freely express yourself from a biblical standpoint or just any standpoint is going to be illegal. Okay, primarily the Bible. And why is it that the Bible is going to be made illegal? Because you have a group of men such as ourselves of our race, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, that are very well explaining their point of view better than how they could explain their point of view and how they're the people of the book. And it's just making them very uncomfortable. And the awakening is real. And even people in the world are waking up slowly but surely towards this devil, man. This devil is being revealed. And like I said, it's just making them feel really uncomfortable. So that's why they doing all of this stuff. All right. But as this is being spoken about, I don't know if they're still going through it right now. Probably they are. Highly likely they are. I mean, if this falls into fruition, what this is going to allow is the prophecies to start speaking. Just like it reads in the book of Habakkuk, right? Chapter 2. It says that the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie, right? So we know that the prophecies are going to start speaking when we stop speaking. That's what's going to happen. See, right now we're talking about the prophecies that's going to happen before it already happens. But when it happens, there's not going to be no place for us to take a stand on the street or anywhere we take a stand on to speak on these things, because by then these things would have already been happening in front of us. So yes, when we stop speaking, that's when the prophecy is going to begin to speak. And this is what Esau is about to do. He's about to have it so that the prophecies begin to speak, bringing in the end of his civilization. So this is a fulfillment of prophecy right here. The idea of making the Bible illegal is an actual fulfillment of Isaiah, not Isaiah, but Amos, the 8th chapter. I'm going to read it from my phone. Amos 8:11, it reads, "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread nor thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord Yahweh." That's what that's going to be a fulfillment of, if this falls into fruition. Okay? So there it is. So now let's even read this. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 6. "And now ye know what withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time. For the mystery of iniquity doeth already work. Only he who now letteth will let, until he be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth." That's us. When we go outside and we teach with the Bible in our hand, that's us consuming him with the spirit of the mouth of Yahweh Shai, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. So first, this is going to play out. We're going to reveal this devil with the words of truth. And then more so, he's going to be revealed. Okay. As this reads, "Take the millstone and grind mill and uncover thy locks, and make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man." So after all of that's said and done, after we've revealed this devil, and just overall the revelation of this devil is being seen, which is what's going on right now, the next thing that's going to happen is that Yahweh Shai is going to make his second return, and he's going to destroy this man until there's nothing left of him. Okay? Primarily, America will be the mainland, which will be destroyed. As it is written, the old daughter of Babylon, which ought to be destroyed, which it is, and the Basra, which will be a place of the Lord's sacrifice, according to the book of Isaiah 34. And also there's prophecies concerning America in the book of Isaiah 13 as well, just to include that. How the land will no longer be what you think, how you see it to be, It's going to be a desert after the Lord gets done with it and the nukes gets done with it. Okay, so again, when they bring an end to the Bible, that's when the words of the Lord are going to begin to speak. Just to bring that out again. So now let me read a little bit more on this right here. Anti-Semitism is a certain perception of JOOs, which may be expressed as hatred towards JOOs. Rhetorical or physical manifestation of anti-Semitism are directly towards the J's or non-J's individuals and or their property towards J communities, institutions, and religious facilities. And the definition reads, the bill drew bipartisan, which means a two-party criticism, which both Democrats and Republicans voting against it. And these Democrats and Republicans, they're probably just agents. All right. And you know what this shows as well? This shows who's in the power seat. And this also shows, as of what I've been saying recently, that the government and as well as your politics, American politics, is basically governed by the same JOOs. Because how is it that if you're a part of the Democratic Party or the Republican Party, shouldn't they have different views? So why is it that they have the same views? And it's to do with passing a bill which will prevent, as they say, anti-Semitism, which the term Sem is not even biblical, it's Shem, right? And just by the way as well, we're all Shemitic. The so-called Arabs are Shemitic. The so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, Indian is Shemitic because we're the Israelites and they are the descendants of Shem. You have the East Indians, they're Shemitic. Okay, you have the Syrians, they're Shemitic. The so-called Chinese, the so-called Japanese people, they're Shemitic. Just to name a few. I might have named them all. Anyway, let's continue to read. Critics argue the bill, if signed into law, stifles free speech. And that's what they wanted all of this time. They wanted to bring an end to freedom of speech because people are talking a whole lot and people are becoming smartasses, like we mentioned at the camp. The average individual is becoming a smartass. All you got to do is go on TikTok, which they trying to get rid of TikTok. And if it's not TikTok, it's Twitter X. The more aware people become, the more smartasses people become, is the more people are going to become consciously aware to who the real enemy is of the planet Earth. And it damn sure isn't the so-called Negro with a hoodie on. All right? The real niggas are those that are wearing those dark suits and ties with the turkey neck. That's who the real enemy is. Okay? And people are finding this out. People are simply putting two and two together. And another reason why people are finding out who the real enemy is because of this damn VC that they were persuaded to go and take. And what they've realized is that these same people have actually lied to these people, and now their life is in jeopardy, and they're pissed. Okay? So people are forced to be awakened to who the real enemy is because their life has been put in jeopardy because of these same individuals. That is protected by the U.S. Constitution and overly broad in its definition of anti-Semitism, pointing to the definition, including claiming that the existence of a state of Israel is a racist endeavor. Right. So again, the whole October 7th thing brought forth these various protesting groups as agent provocateurs so that people could get behind it because people are going to be obviously emotionally thrilled, right? And so they have the group behind them and they cause melee and now they pass this bill. It was all pre-planned. It was all set up. They knew what they were going to do in the future. They had this all planned out. All right. Let's read verse 4 now. As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, Yahweh, the Holy One of Israel. So Yahweh Shah's coming back, man. Yahweh Shah's coming right around the corner. And he will redeem his people, the nation of Israel, the real nation of Israel. We talking about the so-called blacks, Latinos, Native American Indians. And that's one of the reasons why they want to put an end to the Bible. That's the main reason. But ultimately, there's various of reasons as well as the elder apostle Gabar have already, explained those reasons. But that's the number one reason why they want to put an end to it, because you got a lot of so-called Negroes coming from the projects or wherever they coming from, different walks of life, that's getting away from the smoke of lies. And they're seeing clearly with what we're saying to them that they're the Israelites. And the awakening is just getting more and more greater. All right? It's a spiritual awakening happening. So anyway, this reads, IDF caught training U.S. police military tactics to deal with Americans who criticize Israel, right? So this reads, the defense forces, the IDF is secretly training U.S. police how to use Israeli military style tactics to deal with Americans who dare to criticize Israel, according to Chris Adequate Citations Martinson, PhD. Right, so here's the articles they have, which was posted on Twitter X. Okay, so this looks to me like Revelations 12:12. The devil shall come down having great wrath, because he know that he have but a short time. And this is going to give them the leeway to declare martial law, because if you have the police that's violently acting against the people, then guess what? People are going to have enough, and they're gonna act in results of violence as well. And now you're going to have this big drama all around America because basically this is going on, and people are going to get influenced to get behind other people, and it's just going to cause somewhat of a civil war. People are going to rise up against their government because people are going to realize that their government is nothing more than a government which is read and have been compromised by the state itself. All right. So it's going to go down. Before we get out of here, it's going to go down crazy. It's going to get crazy out here. Okay. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop right here, and I'm going to read some more of this article because I don't want to go any further due to the sake of time, because I got to go visit a brother for something. And so that's all I'm going to basically say from here at this point. With that, I want to give all of the praises and the glory to the Most High and His Son, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Bashem Waharakah Quadash, and double honors to that apostles once again for teaching us this truth, and also including the bishops on down as well. And Shalom, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Brakatham to the 144,000, and including the 1/3 as well that do follow sincerity. Shalom.